All right, well, because of NATO, Denmark fought side by side with U.S. troops in Afghanistan after 9/11, and the country lost more soldiers per capita than any of the other allied forces. Now they're asking the United States to stop the threats of taking over Greenland. International fallout from that U.S. attack on Venezuela reaching the shores of Danish territory now. Officials from Denmark and Greenland even asking for a meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Denmark joining France, Spain, and the UK, all putting out a joint statement now, pledging to keep defending Greenland's sovereignty, even calling the U.S. an essential partner in that. We'll see if Rubio agrees. International correspondent Patrick Reevell joins us now. So what do you think is concerning European leaders the most right now about just all the rhetoric we're hearing regarding Greenland?
Hi, Kira. Yeah, these repeated threats now from the Trump administration about taking over Greenland are causing major alarm in both Greenland and Denmark, but also in Europe. And we've been seeing significant public pushback. Today, we've seen the Danish Prime Minister warn that a U.S. attack on Greenland would amount to the end of the NATO alliance and also an end to the post-World War II security order. We've also seen today a joint statement from Greenland's government alongside the key European powers, which is France, the UK, Germany, as well as Poland. It's a carefully worded statement where they take note of the US's concerns about security, but say that Greenland is part of NATO and that these issues can be addressed within the alliance. And they say the alliance is already doing so. But I think really what has happened here is that since Venezuela and what we've seen happen in Venezuela, combined with the immediate follow-on threats towards Greenland, has caused many people in Europe to suddenly start taking these threats, which began very early on in President Trump's second term. They've begun to take them much more seriously. And of course, you know, a US takeover of Greenland by force against the will of Denmark would be tantamount to an invasion of a NATO member. It would easily be the biggest crisis in the alliance's history. And so now we are seeing European countries have to take this extraordinary, unthinkable thing seriously, Kira.
Well, let's talk about what we're learning now about this possible meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
So Greenland's foreign minister as well has said that both Greenland and Denmark are trying to urgently have a meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio to discuss these latest threats. They say, though, in a statement today that they've been trying for a long time now to try and have a meeting to discuss this issue. But so far, the U.S. Secretary of State has not agreed to it and are basically saying that he has been avoiding it, which seems again to be part of this campaign of pressure that is being directed against Denmark and Greenland, Kira.